I'm vanilla, baby. I'll you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skillet, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me. That's right, whip your lovin' on me. Young J-A-C-K-A-K-A, Rico like Suave, young Enrique, speaking at AKA. She's an alpha, but not around your boy. She get quiet around your boy. Hold on, don't know what you heard or what you thought about your boy, but they lied about your boy, going dumb, and it's something idiotic about your boy. She wearing cheetah print.
In the only building this franchise has ever known, we're at the home of the Texans. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Kaimi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And we're off and running from Houston. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Now the give for Bijan. Breaks the tackle, still going. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
His first throw is an interception. Kamari Lassiter with the pick. And the Texans will return this well into the red zone before he's brought down. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you
caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, look at this, he gets it back.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become two, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough 3rd down here. Shotgun now, first round. He lets one fly deep downfield. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
Yeah, I understand why this crowd and these fans were celebrating a touchdown, but not so fast. Catch, yeah, that looked good, but you got to get both feet down, too.
And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And we continue to await our opening score in this ballgame.
Gosh, it didn't look like anything was wrong with that snap or hold either. He just rushed it a bit, and it winds up off the mark.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Running left is Robinson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Play action, here's Penix. Got a man, it's Drake London. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Robinson. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line as he's Shire that time on the tackle. Nothing for them on second down, and now it's 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, Penix. That's incomplete left side. That one intended for Drake London. So it's going to be 4th and short.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
4th down, here's Penix. To the sideline, and it is incomplete. Short of line to gain. Wouldn't have mattered anyway on 4th down. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. On play action, here's Stroud. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, and there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Falcons bring the interception back beyond the 40 before the tackle is made.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Penix here from the gun. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. This one intended for the running back. So that brings up 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
On 2nd and 10, it's Penix. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at the midfield stripe.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
So that was an exciting first quarter, but not the cleanest. A couple of early turnovers. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They'll begin the quarter with 3rd and 2. Penix working from the gun. That's brought in by Mooney. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Penix on 1st down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darren Stingley Jr. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 15 at the 12-yard line.
Another try following the sack. He's going to lob one deep down the left side. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought the defenders or offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away. You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he'll advance this down to the 38-yard line. It was the rookie from USC who got there for that tackle.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Penix on third down. Cut out left. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Falcons will have a first. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. The Falcons hoping to put our first points on the board. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Got a man, it's London. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Here's Robinson. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here. Robinson does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They've held them out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Running with Robinson. And he's in for the touchdown. The Falcons take the lead just before halftime. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand. Yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
That one right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. Stroud throwing here on 1st. He's trying to go deep again. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Nearly an interception on that play. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Back to throw it. He's loaded another one up. Oh, brother, it's another interception. That's Justin Simmons. And the Falcons watch as the return goes out of bounds, bringing us to the end of our first half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Return starts from the goal line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, and it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. That's Matthew Judon in on the tackle. Offense up to the line fast.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. That's caught for the 1st. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st and 10, a run to Mixon. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Offense in the hurry up here. 1st down, Stroud. This is complete to Schultz. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans cut into the lead coming out of halftime. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
He's throwing for it! And this is caught, and that bid for the lead works out. They're now up 8-7. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. Excellent pickup to move the chains, 36 yards in the end.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Going to the ground again on first. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
On second down, Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5. They go play action. Here's Penix. Rolling out to his left. Throw reeled in by London. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grab the lead on their first series of the half. Drake London with the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while, but that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Now the Falcons offense staying on the field, lining up to go for 2.
The Falcons will line up for the 2.
Penix looking to pass. And he reaches the end zone, so they'll be up to a 7-point lead.
That's about trust. Trusting your QB is going to make the right decision on these crucial scoring plays. He found his read, and he made the connection for 2.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. Oh, he trucked that defender. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
So we're through 3 here. The Texans have it to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. On the ground again with Mixon. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
It's Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go.
Trying again following the sack. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Texans losing by 7. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Looking to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And this one may be out of reach now because the defense comes through with 6. Thrown at the depth where linebackers come into play in coverage, partner, and sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
Koo on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons double their lead to 14.
Texans 8. Bradley Pinion set to kickoff.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Returnable from the 1. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick, here's Stroud. Trying to push it deep downfield. He's got it inside the 25. Timeout coming from the Texans, that's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. From the gun, Stroud. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. That throw intended for Drake London. So 2nd down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Pitts brings it in. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He rolls to his right. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Wow, they're gonna pass it here. Caught, nice gain left side. Running in the red zone. All the way, that's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons have likely locked up the win right there. Drake London with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Falcons stretch their lead to 21.
Texans 8. Bradley Pinion set to kickoff.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Brought in inside the 20. Final timeout called by the Texans. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
And the Texans first down.
From the red zone now. And that finds him in the end zone for the Houston touchdown. The Texans get it back to within 2 possessions. Nico Collins with the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Now it's Stroud. And the pass is successful. That's a little momentum builder as they attack this deficit.
29, Texans 16.
Well, time making this all but impossible, but they're going to try for the onside kick here anyway. And the Falcons are all over the kick. That should just about wrap things up here. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Play action, here's Penix. Vacates quickly left side. And this won't be Cox. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. That one intended for Drake London. So it's 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Caught for big yards on the right side. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Handoff now to Robinson. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. Officials signaling for a timeout, and with 5 seconds remaining, just one last play left in this one. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Penix here from the gun. And they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown! The Falcons make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons push the lead to 20.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Pierce now on the return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he's brought down, Brock, and that brings this ball game to a close. So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. Man, this one is gonna sting, partner. You pride yourself on defending your building, getting those home victories. Instead, you end up taking a bitter pill today in front of your own fans.
Well, as one coach famously said, we're on to Cincinnati. We're on to Cincinnati. That's all these guys could do after giving one up at home. Just look ahead to the next game. Focus on prepping for the next opponent and working your tail off, and make up for losing in front of the home crowd by giving your fans something to cheer about the next time out.
So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons, as we'll see you next time from Houston.